Right behind me, I've got the 2025 Ford F-350 Platinum with the Tremor package and a whole bunch of other stuff which I want to cover in this video. So if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles just like this here in Canada. So if you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Mayfield Ford for allowing me to review this beautiful F-350 Platinum. Now if you're new to my channel, I am going to be covering the different models that you can get with the F-350s, the safety features that do come with this Platinum model here, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. I'm also going to throw up the window sticker for this truck here because it does have 3 big optional upgrades added to it. And the first one being is the engine. It does have the upgraded engine on this, which is almost a $15,000 option. And this also has the Platinum Plus package and the Tremor off-road package. So as I walk around the exterior, the interior, you are going to notice some bits and pieces that are different compared to if you didn't have those 2 packages, the Tremor and the Plus package. So let's jump right into it. And also with those 2 packages, I'm just going to put it up on the screen exactly what you get with those 2 packages. So as I'm going to walk around the truck here and the inside, you'll notice all of those things. All right, let's start off with the different models you can get with the F-350s. Now something unique is you can get actually different cab configurations. You can get the regular cab, super cab, or the crew cab. And then same thing for the bed. You can get different bed sizes. You can get the standard one or the big one, which is the 8-foot one. Because this one does have the Tremor package, you cannot get the 8-foot bed, so you just get the standard bed with this. Now in terms of the different models that you can get, this will be the XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and the Platinum, which you're looking at. All right, now in terms of the safety features with this Platinum model here, you are going to get things like the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, the 360 camera system, and I'll show you that inside as well. There's also the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, also the Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the Bliss, which is your blind spot monitoring system with cross traffic alert and trailer coverage, the adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, the reverse sensing system, and the lane keeping alert. All right, now as for the engine specs on this, like I was mentioning, this does have the upgraded engine, which is the 6.7 liter high output power stroke V8 turbo diesel B20 engine. And with this, you do get 500 horsepower and 1200 pound-foot of torque. Also towing wise, the way that this truck is spec'd out with the Tremor package and whatnot, you can tow about 18,200 pounds when spec'd properly. All right, starting off in the front, I love the look of these trucks, especially the F-350s, even the 450s and the 150s as well. The lights and everything, the grille, I think it just stands out a lot. So on this one here, you can see you got the nice body color bumper here. You've also got the recovery hooks in the front. And if you look right behind the license plate area, you kind of have like this mini lower grille open area, along with the front safety sensors that do run across. There's also the LED fog lights. And if you notice around these, you do have the nice aluminum trimming, and you're going to notice this aluminum trimming all throughout the exterior of this truck. And then pretty much you move into this very unique looking grille area, and I really like how this aluminum trimming goes all the way around, even around the lights and everything. This just looks so nice. In the center here, you've got the blue Ford badge, and right underneath you do have a front facing camera. You also notice on the hood you do have the Super Duty engraved into the hood area, and then you just move into these very nice looking LED lights. I love the LED bar that kind of stretches all the way around. You've got the usual lights in the center there, and then in the center right here you have your turn signals. Very nice looking lights. The front end on these, it just stands out a lot. And even on the side here of the front lights, you have your marker light right there as well. All right, coming around to the side of this truck, you can see all the bits and pieces that make this thing a platinum and definitely stand out. And let me show you up top, because this does have the included with those packages, the dual pane panoramic sunroof, which I think is amazing and a must have on any vehicle. You've also got your marker lights up top on the roof as well. Now around the windows, you do have the body color, of course, the gloss black in the center, and then more of this chrome trimming along the bottom of the doors. Now the door handles are in this aluminum finish. It's not like a full chrome, but yeah, very nice. And then if you move over to your side mirrors, these are your trailer tow side mirrors. And when you are towing and whatnot, you can extend these. These are power extendable, and you can bring them back in as well. I'll show you that once I cover the trim area. And here is what the mirrors look like, the tow mirror. So you have the 2 sections. But on this, you have the chrome up here, the black plastic, which is typical. You've got the lights, turn signals, and then you do have your side mirror camera. Again, like I was mentioning, this has the camera system all around, and I'll show you that once we go inside. Now on the fender area, you've got this massive trim piece that says Platinum, F-350, and more of the chrome trimming. And you do have this vent here, which is actually functional. And you'll notice along the sides on the doors here on the front, you do have the badging for the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel. And since this is a Platinum, you're gonna get those luxury features such as your power deployable side step. So when you do open up the door, as you can see, these bad boys come down, and when you do close the door, they do sit flush against the body, as you just saw before I opened the door. And then you move into these very nice looking wheels. I really like this. You have the aluminums all around, and then in the center you have like the gloss black, and even the cap here, gloss black. Very, very nice. And these are your 18-inch wheels. And this is a part of that Tremor package that I was mentioning, plus you get the 35-inch off-road tires. So as I step back from the truck here, you can see these wheels, I think, look way, way better than the stock ones. So yeah, very nice. And if that wasn't enough, to let you know that you have a Tremor package, even on the bed back here, you have the Tremor decaling. And you have a side step here on the bed, so if you are in the bed getting out, it's very easy, or even if you want to reach in and get something, you can definitely utilize that. All right, let's come around to the rear of the Platinum here. Very, very nice, and again, you can see that massive, massive aluminum plating, which I'm going to cover in a second, but your rear bumper also body color, and then of course the top is all plastic if you are going to be stepping on it and whatnot. Even on the corners of the bumper, you have the built-in steps on both of the sides there, and more rear safety sensors. In the center down here, you do have your hitch, and if you look way below, you have your spare tire. And up by the license plate area, you have all of your towing outlets and whatnot. And then moving on to the tailgate, like I was mentioning, the massive, massive plating, which looks beautiful. It has the massive Platinum letters and Super Duty engraved within it. And also back here, you do have your Ford badge. Now up by the tailgate handle area, not only do you have a backup camera, but also a light. As for the rear lights, these are also LED. I really like how these are shaped, very, very uniquely done. And then you do have your sensor there in the center. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and see what we have in the back. So this is power opening, as you can see, very convenient to have. And if your hands are tied, you just give it a nudge, and it is also power closing. How convenient is that? So let's go ahead and reopen this and see what we have inside. Now you'll notice as soon as the tailgate drops down, you kind of have like these bits and pieces or sections like here, and all over, if you are going to be using this, let's say for work and whatnot, plus this measuring area so you can measure all your stuff. And one thing that I love about the Ford trucks is you do have the built-in step within the tailgate. So all you got to do is just press this, and this comes out just like that. So you have your step, and then you have your handle, which pops up just like that. So getting in and out of the bed is very, very easy. All right, now inside here, you do have your spray bed liner, which I think is a must-have in any truck if you do get one. And then you have all of your box link stuff in all of the corners. Plus you have the LED bed lighting back here on both of the sides. And on this side here, you do have a 120 volt outlet. There's two of them, so you can plug in your tools and whatnot and use these. Now on the glass area here, the center window is power opening, which is another great thing. And then if you look up by the light area, you do have a bed camera. All right, let's head to the rear inside, and the interior is going to amaze you on this. Look at how nice the color combination is on this. This is called the smoked truffle leather interior, so lots of nice bits and pieces. So down here you have the traditional massive storage area with a water bottle area, and typically you have this in like an aluminum plating for the Bang & Olufsen sound system that this truck also has, but you have this in black. I think this looks kind of better. And here you have the trimming. Typically it's black, but this is obviously not. You've even got more space in the center here. And then your door handle area here, you kind of have like this champagne gold-ish trim. Very, very nice. And then of course the soft touch material. I really like what they've done in the center here. You kind of have like the diamond stitching type of thing going on here. Very, very cool. And then this nice trimming here, and then another spot here for your cup holders or whatever you want to use it for. And now for the interior seats here. This is super, super nice. Just like the door trim area, very, very nicely done on this. You got the perforated middle section, the back section. Even this has like the diamond stitching pattern all around. And on the rear seats, it also has the platinum badging on both of the seats, which is very cool. But this interior, let me know in the comments below. Would you pick this interior? Because I know I would. And also, just to make things even better, the side seats, so this one and the one down there, do come heated. Now let's drop down the center area here. This is where you will find your rear cup holders. And if that wasn't enough about this truck, let's go ahead and lift up the rear seats. Down here, you have this massive storage area, which you can fit a ton of things, gym bags, grocery bags, your tools, whatever you want. Put it down here and cover it with the seats. And here is what the dual pane panoramic sunroof looks like inside. Just amazing. All right, well, I'm gonna hop in and show you the legroom and the headroom. Even though this is a massive truck, you really won't have any issues, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna show you that. All right, as you hop in the truck, your legroom is just tremendous in this, and this seat is pretty far back, but you can even move it further back. So legroom, no issues at all. And as for the headroom, again, no issues at all, even though I'm wearing a hat. And for reference, I am 5'11", so I have no issues back here. Now, behind the driver and the passenger seat, of course, you have the nice soft touch material. I really like that. There's no plastic or anything. And you do have a storage compartment here and on that side as well. Now, on the rear console area, you have 2 cup holders, more of the aluminum trimming here, the venting, of course, the heated seat buttons, the USB ports, and then down here you do have a 120 volt outlet. And the trimming around here, the same one that you saw on the door handle area, you have it here as well. How cool is that? And you kind of have like this rough texture on this one here. All right, now let's head to the front and see if anything is different than the rear. The only thing that you'll notice right off the bat is this area here is much more bigger, because you have not only one, but 2 water bottle spot areas, and everything else is pretty identical. Other than, of course, your typical window controls, side mirror controls. Here is how you extend your side mirror here. So as you can see, I can extend it out and then I can bring it back in as well. And then of course your driver memory seat controls. All right, let's check out the front seats. These are pretty identical to the rear. The only difference here is even on the sides here, you have the perforated sections where in the back you didn't, but everything else very similar to the rear. And of course you have this area here, which kind of gives even more comfort for you. And then another platinum badge here. Now, the front seats not only come heated, they're also ventilated, and you have a built-in massage feature. How nice is that? And if you look on the side here, you have more of the aluminum trimming. Here are all of your seat adjustments. And then if you see this button right here, if you press this, I'm going to show you inside. Once you press that, that is how you activate your seat massage, or you can just do it from the touchscreen. I'm going to show you once I'm inside. And down here you have this beautiful platinum door sill piece that does light up at night. And then down here you just have your pedals, and then on the corner here hidden away you have your hood latch release. Moving further up you have your electronic parking brake. Here is how you adjust your foot pedals. These are power adjusting. And then all of your lighting controls. So you have the bed lighting here at the top, the tailgate button right here, exterior lighting, cluster dimmers, and then the side mirror lights. Now as you move to the venting area, even this trimming, again, like you saw on the doors and on the rear console, identical, and it stretches across the whole center dashboard. And you have a US flag here. As for the steering wheel, this is power adjustable. Now before I hop in, I want to show you one thing on the digital cluster area. When you do open the door, you do have this nice animation that plays. Very cool. And you have the Ford animation on the touchscreen. But yeah, this looks super clean. Not only do you have the animation here, but since this does have a heads-up display, watch what happens when I start up the truck. Even this has an animation. How nice is that? And then of course you have it on here. When you do turn off the truck, there's another animation. Very cool. All right, now as you enter inside of the truck, your dashboard is kind of split into like different materials. So you have like this nice smooth trimming here, and then you have like this hard soft material here with the piping, and then your typical plastic look here. Now you do have the speaker here, in the center, and over there. And like I was mentioning and showing you, you do have the nice heads-up display, which is my favorite thing. One other thing that this truck has included with the Platinum Plus package, your side pillar and your roof, you have a ton of suede. How nice is that in a truck? And then you move into this very nice looking 12-inch fully digital cluster area. Now, this is the same across all of the trucks, whether you get a F-150, 250, 350, 450, it's all the same, but it looks very nice. And I like the details on the RPM and the speed section. Now on here, you can view a ton of different information, and all of that is controlled right through here. So let's say if I just press down, as you can see, I can go through just a bunch of different things. And if I press the menu button, it brings up even more things. So just a ton of information that you can kind of have in front of you. Whatever you want, you have it through here. All right, now as for the steering wheel here, you got the nice soft touch material. You've got more of the cool looking trimming, and even down here, you've got the same trimming that's on here, but you have it here. Plus it says platinum, and you don't have a blue badge or a black badge, but you have the same colored as this trim Ford badge. And the steering wheel does come heated. Now on the left side here, you have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, volume controls, Bluetooth, and then over here, you have all the cluster controls like I've shown you, the phone controls, and then your seek controls. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, you have all of your wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And since this does have a diesel engine, you're gonna have your gear shifter on the side here. So all this open space, no gear shifter here. All right, let's move to the center console area, because even this is so premium. You got the soft touch material here, and then you have the same trimming that you saw there. Very nicely done. This is so premium looking. And opening this up, you do have your typical storage area. You have this tray here, which can be popped out. And then you have a ton of deep storage space in this with 2 more USB ports. All right, now before I touch on the center area here, I just want to take you to the side here. More soft touch material here, all on the side. And then you have an extra pretty big storage area. And this is going to be on the passenger side as well. And then you move on to the center area. Now here you have this massive area because you don't have your gear shifter, and you have your cup holders. Not only that, you can slide this over and fit bigger drinks. So you have 4 sections and more cool chrome trimming with the nice texture. And then you have this area here. Maybe you can put your small little tablet, phone, wallet, whatever you want. You have this space, and then more of that beautiful trimming, more chrome trimming with the nice texture. Opening this up, more storage space, and a spot for your phone because this is a wireless charging area, and more USB ports. All right, right below the screen here, you have a ton of things going on. I'm going to start off on the left side, and then I'll work my way in the middle here. So on the left here, you have all of your different drive modes and all of these, like the 2 high, 4 high, and all of that good stuff. You got your locker here, trailer brake controller, and then the Pro trailer knob here. And then all the way to the right, you have a 12-volt socket and then another 120-volt outlet. And then the center here, the bottom section, is all of your heating and cooling temperature controls. You got the heated steering wheel control here, heated seat, vented seat for the driver, and then the passenger side. And then these controls here are all of your media controls. Then you have your camera button here, hazards, and traction control. I'm going to show you the cameras before I forget. So this pops up when you do press that button. You do have the front-facing camera and then a top bird's eye view. Now to switch through them, you just press this. It's going to bring up a bunch of different ones. So if I click this, I get a full screen for the front. How nice is that? Not only that, but if I go back in here and click the third one, I have this panoramic wide view. Very cool. And then you have this here, which is your bed camera that I was showing you. There's also the rear camera. There's also the hitch camera and the side mirror cameras facing the rear. And once you do have your trailer connected, this is what this last one is for. So let me take you back to the main one. So here, now you probably noticed there's a plus sign right above the truck here. So if I just click that, all of these come up. So let's say I want to see the front left. It's going to zoom into that section. So if you are parking this, going to tight spots, or even just towing anywhere, this becomes so much easier. All right, well, you already saw it, but here is the 12-inch touchscreen on this. You have your main screen and then a smaller screen to the right. So on here, you can do a ton of different things, and it's very easy to use because all the sections are down here. The first one is your audio section, which is going to be your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, and all of that good stuff. Next is the phone section once you do have it paired. Next is the built-in navigation system. Then you've got the favorites section. So here you can customize all of these tabs to whatever you use the most. Next is the app section. On here you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even YouTube. Then is the settings section. So here you have a ton of different things that you can kind of customize, small little like display brightness and all that good stuff. But I want to take you to the massage seats. So like I was mentioning, not only can you press the button on the side of the seat, if you go into the seat section, here it is. The seat controls the driver's side, you've got the passenger side, and then the massage feature. So here you can adjust the seats, right, from just a screen, but then you have the massage feature, and then all of these different ones that you can pick from. And then the 3 bars here is the intensity. How cool is that in an F-350? And then lastly, you just have your features section. I think this is going to be the most used one because it has all of the important things. First off, it has the driver assistance, which is going to be all of your safety features that come with the truck. So you can turn it on, off, adjust it however you want. And then if you go back, next is the running boards. You can do it so when you approach the truck, they come out, or you can just manually turn them on or off from here. However you want, you can set it through here. And then you also have the Pro Power onboard system, which I was showing you in the bed, and then even in the rear, because it has the outlets, and you can turn it on from here and even turn it off. So you've also got a generator mode. You can test it, all that good stuff, which is very, very helpful. Now let's head back. Next is the zone lighting, like I was showing you on the tailgate. Let's turn this on, and here is all of the lights. So I can turn it on one at a time, as you can see, or all of them on at once. Let's turn that off and head back. Next is the towing section. Here you have your connection checklist. You can add a trailer and then manage all of these little settings here. Going back, this even has an onboard scale. So if you are putting stuff in the back, you can know exactly how much you are carrying. Now let's head out of here. There's also the smart hitch. So let's close this, and here it is. So you've got your conventional weight distribution, gooseneck, fifth wheel, all that good stuff. You can just play around with that through here. And let's head back. And then you just got the owner's manual. Now let's go over to the little small screen here. I can just press these little arrows if I want to go through all the different things, or I can press this little pages thing, and then that allows me to swipe through all of the different sections. And then above the screen here, you have 2 buttons. The first one here, this little exhaust looking one, this is your engine brake, as you can see. The one right next to it, right here, this is going to be your trail control. So you have those 2 up there. And then if you look up top on the dashboard, you have more storage space for maybe wallets or something. But yeah, you have that as well. And then moving up, you just have your rear view mirror, of course. Moving further up here, you have your 6 auxiliary switches, so you can add a ton of different accessories. Here is where you put your sunglasses. Here is the rear power sliding window control, the sunroof control, the sunshade control, and then all of the interior lights. And here's what the key fob looks like on this F-350, just your typical Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side, and let me show you the dashboard area because it's very, very unique. First of all, you have the same space that I was showing you on the driver's side, and then this super nice looking trim area. I like the details, like even the lines on here, very cool. And this does open up from right here, so you kind of have this extra bit of storage space. Plus on here, you have Super Duty, and then the same trimming that I was showing you on the other side on the vent, it all continues on this side. And then you just have your typical glove compartment area. And here is the window sticker for this F-350 Platinum. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2025 Ford F-350 Platinum with the Tremor package and the Platinum Plus package. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this beast.